family money, this a triple threat. Really started with nothing, had to manifest. If you don't know your worth, they gon' give you less. Why they envy me? Cause I'm the best. MVP. My legacy is how they remember me. And I know success brings your enemies.
Welcome back to another episode of the Triple Threat Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Vic Gurley, aka MVP Vic.
Your boy Brian Keys, aka BK609.
And it's your boy Chris Bruce, aka Detroit Mogul. Listen, we have some very special lady entrepreneurs, female bosses. And as you can see, we are not at our residence, our home studio where we usually are at. But anyways, we are in the DeJean Beauty office, getting ready to interview these top female bosses, Takia and Maddy as well. Welcome to the podcast. I appreciate y'all having us in your home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right.
We appreciate you having us.
So I got a question first off. How did y'all come up with DeJean Beauty? Because as Maddy and Takia, I don't understand how that even comes in. Please explain.
You know, in business, a lot of things change as you go. But basically, DeJean came from my middle name. They call me Maddy Jean. Since all you guys had an AKA, it's Maddy, AKA Maddy Jean. But it's actually a friend of mine, her first name and my middle name mixed into one before we actually built the brand. And then we just turned it into the brand.
Gotcha. Okay. So what is another thing too, this Sweatless Victories? What exactly does that mean?
So it's a friend of mine.
Talk to the mic too,
a friend of mine that's very close to me. He's very he's very spiritual. So whenever we were having hard times or I felt like something was complicated or difficult, he would go back to the phrase of God. He would always say, God makes everything sweatless. You know, you're supposed to enjoy the journey as you go along. So we kind of adopted that phrase whenever we were stressed out and we're having like a rough day, we're stressed out, like it's busy. We're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I'm like, remember, Maddy, it's sweatless. God believes in sweatless. So we kind of like that phrase and we adopted it. So we was like, you know what, we just like make this our whole like logo, like our brand. So to create like creative vibe.
So what exactly do y'all do?
Yeah, give us an intro. Like, what do y'all do?
What kind of services do you provide?
What do y'all do?
Okay, so basically what we do is we help women go from regular 9 to 5 or housewives or whatever it may be, just regular women, quote unquote, because I don't believe any woman is a regular, they're goddesses, but because they create life, don't forget that. Right. But anyway, but we help them turn into successful beauty business entrepreneurs that can scale. So we take them literally from zero to a full throttle running business that can make 6 figures up to 7 figures, and it can be scalable. We also provide permanent makeup services, training, coaching. We also provide skincare services, coaching, and then a really hot thing that we're doing right now is I'll let Takia, because she's the one that's like does it right now.
So right now what's really hot that we offer something called intimate bleaching. And it's the process of lightening intimate areas. So it can be done on any intimate part, such as like the armpits, the elbows, the knees, the vagina area, and the butt area.
So wait a minute. Hold on. This is going to be a joke.
Right.
So what is intimate about an armpit and the elbow?
Well, I mean, it's considered technically intimate, but most of the girls who come to us, I hardly ever do armpits and elbows. A lot of the women come for the intimate.
What's the intimate?
The intimate is the full Brazilian. They want their vagina and their butthole white.
So you mean to tell me that women come in here to get their booty hole lightened up?
Fact. Yes, they do.
What is the psychology behind it?
I mean, women we can be very superficial. So we wanted to look pretty. We wanted to be like no scars, no ingrowns. We wanted to be like flawless. So believe it or not, it's a big, big demand for a lot of women. They want to look pretty.
The funny thing is we didn't even know it was a demand until the girls kept saying, do you guys do intimate bleaching, butthole bleaching? We're like, huh? This was a couple of years ago. And we were like,
What is that?
Well, we don't do it right now, but we're about to.
Yeah.
Because they kept asking us. So we did our research and we created. We even have our own product and everything. So
We actually teach that course too.
So, because I feel like Kardashian, I'm gonna be real, I feel like she sets the trend and tone for a lot of these different things that have happened in the beauty industry in a sense. Has this been around since, like, when did this come around? I don't remember people talking about getting their butthole bleached in the 90s. So
it's like one of those hidden things. And I'm going to say that it was actually made really popular in porn. So I know if you guys watch porn, you wonder like how these girls look flawless. They're like no blemishes. They all even skin tone. It was made popular in that and also gay porn. Yeah. So take a drink to that. So it's really, really huge. It's really, really huge in that industry. But besides that, a lot of women, a lot of female dancers, they're like showing their bodies. Like they want to be flawless. It's nothing, you're on stage and there's nothing worse than you're on stage and it's like dark. Like
and what
really, really dark.
What we've noticed too is starting to get
so it's dark. So is it like so that it's when you blow on it, it's not black eye blinking? Is
It can be various reasons of why it's like what we call it in the aesthetician, where hyperpigmentation, discoloration of the skin, dark. So it can be caused by anything. It can be caused by shaving, or if like their legs shave or their webbing and lies. So it's a various reasons of why, but.
A lot of it is hereditary.
A lot of it can be hereditary too as well.
It's super normal.
But it's super normal. It's very
women
normal.
See porno and they want to be just like they see magazine. They want to be flawless. A lot of it is photoshopped. A lot of it is not realistic. Yeah. Okay. So when we're looking at that, or when women are looking at that, they're like, I need to be like that. And also women, I noticed, don't talk about sex life. Now they kind of are a little more, but a lot of them don't talk about like what really goes on down there. So girls don't really know unless you're in like an industry that you see a lot of women. Most women do not know what other women's shit looks like. Right. They just don't. So when they see pornos and stuff like that, they're like, well, I need to be like that.
Right.
So they think they need to get it.
And they don't know where to go to get the service.
Okay. So for women that may not be familiar with this service or women that may want to get into this business, let's talk numbers.
Okay. So
what is the average cost of one of these procedures? And then how often would you say y'all are bleaching buttholes?
So for us, it can range anywhere, say if they're getting the full Brazilian area, if they want the vagina and the butt. It can range anywhere from like $150 to $250 per treatment. And they have to come every 2 to 3 weeks apart. And it varies. It depends on
ladies hear that? So if you were in this business and you're not offering booty bleaching,
right?
It's
super, super hot. We get girls from all over the country, actually. We have gotten requests from Jamaica and from Africa. World. Yeah, and all over the world, from Jamaica and Africa, who seek this. So it's and a lot of women are just like, don't know where to go and they're shy to talk about it. But yeah, it ranges anywhere from like $150 to $250 per treatment. They have to come every 2 to 3 weeks, and it depends on how dark they are to how light they want to go. So it varies from client to client.
So I got a question just to take it back, because we got a lot of people that's watching this. Once we start getting into deeper, they're going to inspire by you ladies, right? So how did this whole DeJean Beauty come to like fruition? Like, did y'all always have this vision? Were y'all always in the industry? Like, how did this even come to where y'all have now? Tons of clients, your own office, stuff like that, right?
It kind of happened kind of by accident in a way. So basically, I just started off doing permanent makeup. Had a shop. Takia actually came in and I wanted to grow. And I knew the amount, how high I wanted to grow, I needed somebody like with me. Takia just so happened to she was getting her lashes done. Literally laying down on the bed, and it was like Pro Bowl weekend. And I had just got out of a relationship. I had just gotten over it. It was like 6 months. I hadn't really been doing nothing. I was just focusing on the business, focusing on, my thing, whatever. I walk in, Takia's there. We were talking, and we just started talking to each other. Like I had some downtime. She was laying on the bed getting her lashes done by the other girl that was working in here at the time. And then we started talking, and she was like, the same thing. She had went through a divorce.
Yeah.
She was going through. She had just finished aesthetic school, and we were talking about each other's background and like where we were, you know, wanting to go, etc. And it was Pro Bowl weekend, so I was like, so we were like, forget that, let's go out for the weekend. I was like, let's go have fun. She's like, yo, I've been waiting for somebody that's fun, blah, blah, blah. So we literally were like, fuck it, let's go out tonight.
Right.
We went out that night. We were like, bitch, you're like my best friend.
Right.
In like 1 second.
That's how it happened.
And from there, we were like, we realized we were both really strong women, ambitious women who had like very, both good attributes to each other that we, like, I'm very good with marketing and talking with people. She's very good with organization, things like that. So we realized like, yo, we could be a powerhouse. Like, let's go. And we just basically teamed up and created a brand.
How long ago was this?
About 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love that.
So, okay, so starting a business then, for somebody that's looking to start a business like this, what kind of overhead costs or what is the process to get the business actually started?
So normally when the girls come to us, they kind of have an idea of what they want to do because we teach aesthetics. So we the first thing that we both ask in both of our courses when we're teaching our courses, we ask them what their goals are. And from there, once we realize what their goals are, we kind of can like step back and kind of decide on what direction they want to go in. So a lot of times that they will say like, okay, well, I know I want to be a microblader or I know I want to be an esthetician. So from there, for me having experience at aesthetics, I will go through and kind of build something that I can feel that can help them. And normally it's like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to get into it for skin? Do you want to do it for intimate bleaching? Do you want to do eyelashes? And if they say they want to do aesthetics or if they say they want to do intimate bleaching, that's normally the course they take. And then from there, we'll go through and then we'll start the process of the training.
It also depends on how big they're trying to go.
Yeah.
I always ask people, what is your goal for your life? If you just want to do a service, that's one thing. If you want to build a business, that's one thing. If you want to build an empire, that's another thing.
Yeah, that's real. Because it's different between building a business and then building an empire. Right?
Exactly.
A lot bigger.
But to start off small, you could literally start off with less than $5,000.
Yes.
And literally make six figures with less than $5,000.
Because that was both of our story. We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you okay, so let's talk about some of the things that you need. Let's say somebody just wants to get into as an esthetician, right? What would you say the things that, like, do they need to have a physical office location or something they can do at home, or what y'all think?
Depends on the state and the county.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So certain states you have to have like an actual physical office.
And some of them you don't. It really depends on their state and their requirements.
Mm-hmm. And even for the services, it depends on their state and their county.
In the state of Florida, for permanent makeup, they don't need anything but a tattoo license, and they do need to work out of either an establishment that's established for tattooing, or then that's basically it. So you can't technically work out of a home.
So explain permanent makeup. Because
So it's like,
somebody like me, I don't understand. Like, is it just the eyebrows?
So I do eyebrows, eyeliner, and lips, and beauty marks.
you
So
can
like
have
our eyebrows.
Permanent eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
That doesn't like fade, smudge, nothing.
You can wake up looking like you have on lipstick or eyeliner every day.
The most popular is eyebrows.
And eyebrows.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. Just being around y'all is showing me how much it costs to be a bad bitch.
Honest to God.
It is so expensive.
Very expensive.
Oh my
Very
God.
expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so fast forward. Now you guys are teaching. So what was the reason that got y'all into, like, okay, we got clients, we're making money, things like that? What inspired y'all to say, I want to teach other women how to duplicate our processes?
So me and Maddy are a lot alike. We're just like that naturally. We always want to inspire and teach and uplift. We're all about girl power, like boss bitches link up, like anything we know, we try to teach. So it just came natural for us. We're like, okay, we have this. How can we help other women? So when we help other women, is teach other women. So that's kind of like the training thing. We're both on the same wave. That's how it came along. So we're like, okay, we know it. We mastered it. We take continuous education all the time. So we're not like, not to call anybody out, but we're not like other girls. We actually go to the conferences, we go to the conventions, and we learn and we learn and we learn. And once we master it, we feel it's our duty as entrepreneurs to teach other women.
We're very spiritual too.
Yeah.
So we believe like you get out of life what you give out.
Yeah.
And we feel like everybody's here for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
In order to really feel your full self, you have to find a purpose. And we feel like it is a purpose to have women that were just like us at one point, where you feel like insecure about like where you're gonna go, always feel like you have to depend on a man. Not that we're super believers in like we do need a man. You will never hear us say we don't need a man. We believe men are here for a purpose as well, but we are super believers of giving women an outlet to not feel like they have to survive through a man. So we felt like we wanted them to also be able to feel how joyful, like there's so many people that are not joyful. They could be happy for a moment, but to literally be joyful comes through purpose. So that was like our main thing. And ever since we adopted that mentality, even though we've always had it, but when we actually like saw it and like knew, like had it in a package, I guess you could say, and like had a clear vision of it, our business has like, it is like so much that we're almost getting stressed because we can't keep up with how fast it's like moving.
Because I'm putting purpose over profit.
Exactly.
Purpose over profit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like okay.
If we ever feel like we're coming over, we're like, nope, everything is for purpose. We'll take purpose over money.
Yeah.
If we don't feel like the karma or we don't feel like the intention, everything we do is intentional. If our intention is not good, we will not do it. If we could make money, we will not do it. We don't care.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what are some pitfalls that, if somebody's watching this and like, I want to be able to get into this business, what are some pitfalls or struggles that y'all had? And what advice would you give somebody just starting off?
So for me, we don't really have pitfalls because we literally believe in sweatless.
So you mean tell me you ain't messed nobody?
Well, mistakes. What kind of mistakes?
Okay, so you're saying mistakes. Mistakes. We're human. Like mistakes, we make mistakes. Like we should have put like, for instance, these are our shirts, and we realized that the logo should have been in the front. Like literally, like, this is the kind of stuff we do. Like far as bleaching, like we don't roll out any products or anything, any services unless we trial and error. We practice. So when we're ready to roll out something, we're good.
Who do you practice on?
On each other.
So y'all bleach
She
each
was my
other.
first bleacher.
Y'all bleach each other. No.
She was my first bleacher.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, seriously.
And all the girls was in there like, does it hurt? I was like, ah! It didn't hurt though. It didn't hurt.
We practice on each other. But I mean, like with any business, you're gonna have like your ups and downs. You're gonna make mistakes. That's how you get better. You do. But we do a lot of we really, really practice on each other and family members and your kids.
And you gotta have faith. If you have faith, any mistake you make is not, you don't feel like it's a mistake. We always say, you know what, next.
Listen, just move on.
Like our bleaching creams we rolled out. Our first one, we did it right. But then we were like, all right, the jars aren't big enough. Well, we got bigger jars and we love the jars we have now. Yeah. But we forgot to write lightning cream on it.
So stuff like this.
So we're like,
and we ordered 1,000 of them. So now we're like, we went to the 1,000 and we learned from that.
But we don't cry. We just keep it moving. We literally will be like, bitch, all right, what do we learn? All right, keep it moving. Next time we won't do it.
Yeah. We really keep literally, when I say sweatless, we literally believe in that. Like we don't allow anything. I hate when people use the terms hard or I'm stressed. Like we do get stressed, but we say to each other, like, okay, remember, Maddy, it's sweatless. It's not supposed to be hard. It's only hard because you're making it harder. You're confessing that it's hard.
And we hold each other accountable.
And we hold each other accountable.
Yeah. Like if one of us is feeling like overwhelmed, we'll be like, girl, if we can't get it done right now, who gives a fuck? Like we'll get it done tomorrow.
That's it. Like let it go. And we tell each other all the time.
Gotcha.
And it always gets done.
What's the craziest experience y'all had with booty bleaching?
Back to the
you see this guy taking over the studio.
So I do have some men. I have had some men. I'm gonna say the craziest stuff was when we were having waxing in the office. Yes. But we do get guys. We do get guys. Whether they're straight or not, but we do get guys. I mean, it's a thing.
Give us a good story.
So I'm gonna say I feel like the craziest stories was when the waxing was going on. We were literally having people in here asking for happy endings. Girls asking
oh
for
my
happy
God,
endings.
I forgot about this.
We're like, what?
So let me tell you guys the story. Oh my God. So when I first started off, I was trying to I was big on like trying to build a clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So I will post like on Craigslist. I will post on Facebook, Instagram. I would go on people's DMs, whatever it took to get clients, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I'm going to post an ad on Craigslist. I'm not like really familiar with Craigslist. I just don't go in there. So I was like, I'm going to post an ad on Craigslist. So I posted an ad on Craigslist and it was me massaging a male.
But it was a facial.
Right? So I'm like,
Because there's a big market
It's
for
a big
male
market,
facials,
right?
because they're
So,
like left out.
I'm like, okay, I posted, and like 2 days later, my phone is ringing off the hook with nothing but mails. So I'm like, yo, Maddy, like, oh my God, like, what is going on?
We thought we hit the, we were like, we tapped into a market, bitch. Like, we were like lit. We were like, yeah, we're gonna kill it.
So I'm telling you guys, I'm talking about like 20, 30 calls a day. That's a lot, because I'm new. I'm not like who I am now. I'm like 20, 30 calls a day. So Maddie's a glass half full type girl. She's like, yeah, maybe you just tapped into a market of men who want facials and they don't know where to go. I'm like, nah, bitch, that don't sound right. Something don't sound right. So I have a close friend. I have a male close friend. He's like, I don't know if you guys know about Backpage. So
hard not to.
Try not to. So he's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm telling him the story. I'm like, yeah, you know, I posted an ad. He's like, are you retarded? He's like, what is wrong with you? He was like, Takia, they closed down Backpage. She's like, that's like code for like happy ending massages. Like when you post that you're offering a massage, because in my facials on the post, I do offer like a massage with the facial. It goes hand in hand with massage. So they're thinking like, happy ending like massage.
And when they were coming in, we were all in the other room, like, even our clients, we were all like, okay, because they were asking weird questions. So we were like, bitch, just fuck it. Like, we all here, like, you're going to be fine. So Takia was like, okay. We were all in the other room. My client didn't even want to leave. We were done with her service and everything. And we were all like, she's like, I don't want to leave because I want to know what happened and if the guy asked her for help. So when Takia was finished, we were all like, so what happened? Tell us the story.
How do you want to tell a story?
But something did happen, didn't he say like,
Tell us the story.
Let's hear it.
I don't remember.
So do you guys really want? Is this like? Do you guys really want to know the story?
He did say something.
Yes,
She was
we
like,
wanna
I'm
know
not
the
taking him.
story.
I'm
I'm thinking he's coming like to get because at the time I was actually offering something called facials. Like it's when you can get like a facial on the intimate area. So that's what he booked. So I'm like, yo, Maddy. I'm like, listen, I'm like, oh my
Well,
God.
this was meant
I can
for
see
women.
how that could
This
be
is meant-
confused now. The way you just said that.
No, but he didn't come in there for the vajacial. He decided he wanted it.
He decided when he got there, that's what he wanted.
Because it's waxing plus vajacial.
Yes. So
But
anyway,
it was-
Vajacial sound like vagina facial.
It is a
It
vagina
is.
facial,
That's
but
what
he
it is.
decided he wanted
he decided he wanted a full
that day was
service. So that was very interesting. So I no longer, make a long story short, I no longer promote. I don't wax. I no longer promote on Craigslist.
Right. But what happened that day? You know
I can't even remember, but he did say something to you. He was like, I'm not doing it.
So basically, I told him I don't offer that service, and he was very adamant. So when I came in the room, he was completely undressed, like this, with his hands behind his leg, like this. I was like, I'm done. That's it.
Whoa.
Like, no, this is they have a drink to
Did y'all
this,
get a
but
bad Yelp review after
and
that?
probably so. No. But that guy still called me like months later. Like, are you sure? Like, literally, I was like, no, I'm not in that for that. So that's the story. That's why I no longer market on Craigslist.
I hope y'all ladies realize. Take a tip. Do not advertise.
Do not advertise on Craigslist and put massage. So I didn't know that was cold. So no. Don't do
Wow,
that.
that's great. That's crazy. Well, okay. So I was gonna ask y'all. So now, where are you mainly getting your clients? What do you guys do for marketing?
So a lot of our clients are organic now because we do have a pretty big following, but we post every day, clean pictures. We have people tag, promote us on that. We do run Facebook, Instagram ads. We also are on Google as well. We have 2 websites, so we drive traffic through them as well. So basically through those avenues. Mm-hmm. Influencers.
Which would you say is, I guess, brings you the most traffic or is the most successful?
I would say Instagram for us.
Like through marketing?
Through marketing?
Yeah.
I would say
And for us, Instagram.
Instagram for us.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So when it comes to this business too, for somebody that's watching this that wants to start one, how important is location also with having your, physical location? Is that super, super key or will women travel wherever to get?
It depends on if you're good at what you do, they will travel anywhere. Because I started off in my house in the boondocks in Davenport, Florida. Before I even started, I literally started in my house, like past the Orange Grove. That's where I lived at the time. And people were coming out there.
Yeah, I've traveled to different states myself personally for services.
What?
Girls travel for me for us for the bleaching from Canada.
I've had
We
people
from
come
Cali.
from states to come.
Yeah, they're coming
there.
from all over to train to learn the service. So if one thing about women, we want something bad enough, we would travel.
And if you're good at it.
So
Good
they
at it,
travel.
if you're good.
They travel for training, not for the actual.
I haven't
No,
for the services too. I get a lot of girls, especially from Miami. I get a lot of girls who come up from Miami, from Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Georgia. I actually had a girl from Jersey. So yeah, they travel from everywhere.
For Bleach.
Do you offer virtual training?
I do virtual training. We do Zoom. So we do group virtual training or one-on-one virtual training too as well for those who don't want to travel
Got it.
or can't travel.
Right. Makes sense because of COVID and everything.
Because COVID.
So I was gonna ask y'all, so how did y'all business, was it affected last year because of COVID?
No.
No.
Not really.
The beauty industry, I feel like,
No.
is invincible.
No, they were actually trying to get us
the
to
world
work.
could be burning down,
I swear.
and the girls will be like,
They were
I need my
literally-
lashes done.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that on the last day of my
Literally.
selfie, like no joke.
Literally.
We all have hurricanes, and the girls will literally be like, "Hey, I'm off of work. Can you do it?" I'm like,
Yes.
"This is a hurricane. Like,
Exactly.
if
It
you're
was
not at
COVID.
work, I'm not coming to the
Full
show."
throttle COVID.
Right.
Like the world is shut down. Like nobody can leave out their house to go to the grocery store.
We got more booked.
Yeah.
More booked.
More.
Like we had to shut down, no joke. But that's what actually created our online store when we started creating products. We pivoted to online products because actually we were supposed to move offices into like our training facility, which was going to be focused on straight training and having other girls work under there. We decided not to do that. So that's what actually launched our own bleaching cream. Is we took that time to actually build our own products.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those products. So when you're formulating these products, what are y'all using as a baseline, or how do you come up with these formulas? Are y'all like scientists? Or?
Well, you go through a manufacturer that is experienced in certain areas. So we found a manufacturer that's already experienced, already has dealt in making intimate bleaching, and then you just create it in the terms that you want for your brand. So like there's certain things that we want in our formula that we feel like will enhance the formula. So we have a lot of organic ingredients in our formula, and it's very soft so it doesn't dry them out or irritate them, because when you're dealing with darker skin tones and things, you do have to be very careful to not over irritate, because then it can actually make it reverse to where it actually turns darker. So
And so we're also into it too. We decided to get into it as well because like we're always about helping. For when we first started doing it, you reach out to like the person who I train with. The lady didn't give me any room, I felt, for me to grow. So she was charging me maybe $50 for a container of bleaching. And I felt like, I'm all about making a profit, to benefit me too. I'm like, I have no room to grow. I can't charge my clients $100 or my students, So I was like, we got together and we talked about things like we need to create something that we can give it to them for wholesale because they need to profit as well.
Right.
So we do offer wholesale pricing for our students as well, so they can actually profit.
and even for the clients.
And even for the clients too.
We offered a better formula at a way less price.
Right.
She was cornering the market, so she could charge really whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided, okay, let's take what she has and make it better.
Right.
And more affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I know you can't tell us exactly what's in the product, but like, can you give us like a sample? Like, is it like a little dab of Clorox? Like, what?
Basically, we're in our house, over the washing machine.
Right. No, they have a lot of components that help with lightening the skin. There's a process to it. And I do explain all those processes in my courses. So,
So this don't even, matter of fact, speaking of that, so let's talk about these courses, all right? Okay, so if somebody is watching this and they're like, wherever they are, because we got people that watch this and listen to this all over the country, all over the world, right? So what courses do you both offer for people if they want to extend their education, learn how they can get into it? Let's talk about those courses.
Okay, for me, I offer eyelash extension courses.
Okay.
I offer microneedling courses and intimate bleaching.
And then I do the permanent makeup courses. So if they want to learn microblading, microshading, there's different techniques that they can learn. Ombre, they can learn hair stroke. I teach everything by machine, which is 100 times better than the actual blade. And then I also teach eyeliner removal and lip blushing.
And we teach courses once a month for waxing. So we do a group training course for ladies who want to know how to properly wax. We do it once a month in a group setting.
Gotcha. Okay.
And now we're also coming out with, it should be done by the end of this year, coaching, actually package it. We do it now, but we don't have it packaged yet. So we're going to be doing coaching. So if they have a business and they're needing help to actually scale it or to get clients, we're offering that as well.
Nice. Okay. And so if they want to go ahead and invest in that, what's the best way they can get in touch with both of y'all?
So they can check us out on any of our social media platforms, our website.
So what are
Yours.
social?
We'll just send them to the.
Yeah,
We'll have them say.
Yeah, we'll make sure that for everybody that's watching this on YouTube, we'll have them in the in the description, for everybody's listening to this on the podcast, whether it's Spotify or iTunes, wherever, we'll have it in the show notes as well. We'll include all y'all links.
Okay. So it'd be DeJean Beauty. So DeJean Beauty on all social handles. We have them on every platform, Facebook, Instagram are our main platforms, but we also are on TikTok and Snap and all that. And you can also find us on the World Wide Web. DeJeanBeauty.com.
DeJeanBeauty.com.
DeJean Beauty. What's in store in the future? Next 5 years. Give us a little insight.
Next 5 years, we plan to be a worldwide brand for product sales, and we actually plan to be elite coaches and mentors. So we're kind of transitioning now off the services part. For our personal services, we will have other women or males that will be employed through us. But our goal is to really become coaches and mentors, and then product sales. We are currently now on Amazon. We do have a e-commerce where we do offer those product sales currently.
And digital courses. So if they're not able to come in person, we're creating very in-depth along with mentorship where they can learn online and be mentored for 6 months after. So if they have questions, if they need help, Zoom calls, things like that, we also are going to be offering that for them along with the digital online courses.
Okay. So outside of the intimate bleaching, we talked a lot about that today.
It's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic. So what is the one of the things, I guess you could say, that people usually come to y'all for? Is it like the microblading? Is it permanent?
Well, we both are very big in our niches. So for me, I'm booked out until February. And I'm not taking any more new clients because we're focusing on building the brand, building other shops, training and things like that. But so for me, it's huge for me because that's that's what I'm known for. And then she's booked out for that. So they're both very heavy in both of them.
And for me, it's for the bleaching and the skincare.
What about you? What's the top product for you?
Eyebrows. Eyebrow, permanent makeup eyebrow. Micro shading, micro pigmentation.
Okay.
Man, yeah, you might get my eyebrows.
Or you can get some bleaching.
I don't know about that bleaching.
Sounds like it. It's a lot of bleach booty holes walking around out here.
That's for real, right?
Hey, I
If you guys see something that you might think that you might be like, we'll give you guys some cream, just hand them over. No, just like.
Right, that's crazy, man. But nah, listen, I love seeing y'all growth. I can only imagine what's going to happen when y'all are able to create those digital courses to be able to show people, because people all over Canada or wherever they are, obviously they can't come here. Y'all doing a lot of physical trainings and things like that. So I'm excited to see y'all grow when y'all come on with the digital courses to be able to offer to other women. Because I mean, the beauty business, like I said, just hanging with y'all, seeing people spend a lot of money.
It's fun.
We all spend so much money. It's like,
I spend a lot of money.
That's it.
By the time you do lashes, facials, hair.
Now you guys see why women are always asking for money.
No, exactly. That's why we ask for money.
Like no jokes.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot of upkeep.
But it's a super fun business. Like me and Takia are having I love my life so much. Like we love our life. Like it's so much fun. It is so much fun.
What'd you say?
You said what?
No,
all right. I got one more question about the bleaching. How many booty holes would you say you see? on an average, how many would you say you see a day?
Probably about 7 or 8 because I do other services in between, which is a lot. That's a lot because I actually do other services, so it's quite a bit. Training courses, I do a lot of training courses a week.
Have you ever had anybody like let go a little poop?
Oh my gosh. No, I have not.
It's a little.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. No, I have not. No poops. No nothing. They know they're coming to get a service, so they're good. They're clean. They're hairless. They're ready to go. I'm like a gynecologist. I'm like, okay, let's spread them. They're there on their phones, legs wide open. We're talking. I'm looking at their vagina. So, or their butt.
This whole new world, and so
it was for us when they started asking because we were like, okay,
yeah. We didn't realize it was such a big market for it until I accidentally one day. Well, not even accidentally. We were talking about it, and then I ran an ad, and I didn't.
And everybody was
my
well, our clients were asking for it before we even did it. So we were like, our thing is, any new thing, we want to be the first ones on it. So we were like, it was even hard for us to even find somebody to train.
Yes, that was
even learn how to do it.
Yeah, that took.
It was like hard, so we knew we had to get on it.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like you ladies are going to expand DeJean Beauty to different markets outside of Orlando?
Oh, absolutely,
for sure.
Absolutely, that's definitely on our radar for sure.
Because I see y'all in Miami.
All the time.
Yeah, that's one of our top.
That's one of our
if
top.
COVID didn't happen,
we probably would already. Yeah, we would have been there.
But we're grateful for that because we are happy that because our main goal right now is whatever we train, we want to be able to offer it to the clients, to the students. So they have everything that they need. So we really focused on that. So they have everything. When they finish the training class, we got everything
they need.
Okay. So one of the last questions, for somebody that's watching this, some ladies that are inspired by this, they're like, all right, I'm ready to go. Y'all got me ready. What is some inspiration or what advice would you give somebody that's watching this right now?
I would say that talking to my students, and a lot of times women are fearful. They're scared. They're afraid. So I say this on every time I get a platform, I always say this, that faith and fear don't coexist. That's one of my things I stand by, that you have to just do it. It's literally, there's no science to it. There's no math to it. You have to literally have faith and just do it. So a lot of times the women allow fear to set in. So when that fear sets in, it causes you to, I don't want to do it. I'm nervous. Just do it. It's going to be okay. If you fail, guess what? We fail all the time in life, naturally, not even organically. And when it happens, we just pick up the pieces and we go. So,
and the time is going to pass anyway.
Yeah, it's going to go.
I always tell them the time is going to pass anyway. If you're doing something you don't like, why not just do something you like?
Exactly.
Why not just learn? You're going to be dead one day.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs said it. If you realize that you're going to be dead one day, you're already naked. If you put that into your mind, literally you could wake up tomorrow and be dead, you have nothing to fear. Because if you put in your mind that your life could be literally ended tomorrow, would you care what you did today?
Exactly.
You wouldn't care what you did today because you know you're going to be dead tomorrow. Well, technically, we don't know when we're going to be dead. This is what made me leap from me reading that and actually meditating on it and believing that the only things that are facts are we're born and we're going to die.
Right.
When you're going to die, you don't know. So in between that time, why not just create your life how you want it? You're already naked. So putting that into your brain and actually knowing that it is a fact that you will be dead, you're naked, you're stripped. You wouldn't care if you're on your deathbed tomorrow, what you would say, do. You're gonna be like, bitch, I'm dead tomorrow anyway.
Just do it.
I always say it's a quote, the two most important days is the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Exactly.
Right? So you find out that why, it's like, all right, boom. You might as well go out, give whatever gifts and things out to the world. And, live every day, like you said, like it's your last.
And one more thing, who you surround yourself by is very important.
Extremely.
Very, very important. If you're with people who are always negative, don't want to do anything, have no drive, the chances are you're going to be exactly like them.
Yeah.
When you change your surroundings and the people who the people you hang around with, and you start to, I say the word evenly yoked, you will see a transition in your life. So for me, even in our growth, we changed the circle. We have our circle of friends who hang around, but now we're trying to progress and, we're trying to be, known internationally. So now we're starting to change our circles, and it manifests. Yeah. So you have to change, and you have to be very conscious about the people who you allow in your space. Because everyone in your space doesn't have good intentions. So for us, if we feel like you don't have good intentions, we're like, no, we don't want to have any part of that.
And read.
We read a lot
changed my life.
Yeah.
It
read a lot of the same books.
Changed my life. Yeah. It's like a mentor in front of your face. Like at the we listen to podcasts in the morning up until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We learn literally every single day something new. And the people, when you're in those environments, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. How would you ever know until you get around other people that show you new things?
Yeah.
Have you listened to the Triplet podcast?
All the time.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time. Sorry.
Readers
Had to make
are
sure.
We're fans. We're fans.
That's what we like to hear.
So listen, anybody that's watching this on YouTube, again, we're going to make sure that we have all of these ladies, Takia and Maddy's links for their Instagram page, of course, the DeJean Beauty page as well, too, so you guys can follow them. And if you're serious and not curious, make sure you get their courses.
Exactly.
So we appreciate y'all being on here. We appreciate y'all letting us come into your home.
Absolutely.
To shoot this podcast. And I cannot wait to see your growth over the next few years.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you guys so much beyond words.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so guys, you know what to do. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment wherever you guys are watching this. If you are just listening to this, wherever, Spotify, iTunes, wherever, make sure you tag us. Tag us on Instagram. Triple Threat Podcast 1. Make sure you tag them, which we're going to make sure we have their links as well, too. And we're out. Listen, it's your boy, Chris Bruce, a.k.a. Detroit Mogul.
It's your boy, Brian Keys, a.k.a. BP609.
Vic Gurley, a.k.a. MVP Vic. And shout out to all the bleachers out there. Yeah.
To help wash my pain away. Now I don't make a payment late. New estate got my name on the gate. This what my granny call amazing grace. Let me park the IA so I can take the rave. You can do it too, it just start with faith. Mix